up, y'all? I'm celebrity makeup artist Tae, and welcome to Beauty Talk with Tae, where we get glammed and have a good glam time. Where we get glam, quiet on the set. We get glam, where we get glam and have a good glam and have a good glam time. Tae, where we get glam.
We love that sound.
Jesus. Where we get glam.
We love that sound.
All right, so today, you know we have a special guest. I'm wondering if you can guess who she is. Let's see here. Okay, she got some ball mane. Okay, ball mane. She must have a little money. Okay, let me see. She is a phenomenal mom. And you might have seen her on your TV a couple times. Who could it be? It's our girl, Shamea.
They like, who the fuck?
Hey, best friend. Oh my God.
What's up?
What is up? That is
You're what's up.
Okay, you ain't
I mean,
lying.
come on. I mean, this little cute body of yours.
I worked hard for it.
I was like, I didn't make sure all my, whole top is buttoned all the way up. I didn't know you was gonna be giving all this. This is like,
Give me a little body outie.
let me tell you something. If my makeup artist don't beat me out looking like this, I don't want it.
Well, I'm beating you out like this today, okay?
From now on, that's all I want.
We about to have a good glam time.
Yeah, I'm all for a good glam time now.
Yes, let's have some fun. I am excited.
All right, let's do it.
So we're about to play in some makeup. So you got somewhere cute to go because you're gonna be real cute.
I do, actually, and I'm notorious for, and please don't judge me, best friends, but I will definitely sleep in my makeup, and if it's a good beat, if it's a good beat, I'll wear it the next day. That's
You're not the only one. You are not the only one. And then when you wake up, you put the
dust it off and keep it moving.
You know what?
Give me a little loose powder.
Thank you for being honest. I think we have all done that. I've even done it myself.
I'm sorry, when you have a great makeup artist, that's a couple of wears.
Especially if you got something to do that morning.
I'm up at, 4 a.m. and
oh my goodness.
My child. So like a night, like today, like I'll leave you, get my girls situated, and then I'm off the bed, like a shower bed.
Do you
and I'm
have
back up.
help? You got a nanny?
I don't.
I don't believe you.
I'm a hands-on mom. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. My husband drops Shia off in the mornings. I pick her up from school. I take her to her extracurricular activities. And then he'll be at the house, like if I have like an evening interview or a booking or something, he'll keep them. And it's just he and I. Now with my youngest, Shiloh, I do have nurses.
Okay,
pretty much around the clock.
baby Shiloh.
But
we love her.
no, we are like, our girls are our hearts, our pride and joy. So
I mean,
I don't want to miss anything. You know, you got girls. Like they roll like this overnight. You blink and it's like they're 4. Shia is 5 in a month, and Shiloh is 7 months adjusted.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's amazing. Yeah. So I don't know what adjusted means.
So that means when you're born prematurely, they go off of your age that you're technically supposed to be. Like if you're born 2 months premature, you're like 8 months, but then they say 6 months adjusted. So that when people are like, she's a little delayed, well, it's because she's trying to catch up. So that's what adjusted means.
Yes. So how is baby Shiloh doing?
Shiloh is, I mean, such a beautiful blessing. It was crazy. Her name is like a gift from God.
That's her name? That's what it means?
That's what it means.
That is so sweet.
Yeah. She's doing so much better. She's been out of the hospital. Today makes a month.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Excited about that.
Yes, and that's a milestone for us because we don't go a whole month without being readmitted. So
wow, that's
so
amazing.
she's doing so much better.
God is
thriving. She tried carrots puree today for the first time having some sort of a solid.
Oh,
so yeah.
You are such a mom talking about a solid.
Yeah,
I remember those days
because she's had some challenging times with her eating. She has a G-tube in her stomach. So
what is that?
Basically the way she eats. It's a feeding tube, pretty much. So gastrointestinal tube. So basically her feeds run through a tube from a kangaroo pump. And she eats every 3 hours, 4 times a day, and then at night she does a continuous feed for 10 hours.
Oh.
So moms that no. A lot of NICU moms that have preemies or have had babies that are still trying to learn how to suck, swallow, breathe. They have had NG tubes, which is in the nose, OG tubes in the mouth, or have gone to a G tube or a JG tube.
Wow.
All of that is like a system. So they start you out with the NG or whatever. And my girl had had some nose closures for having corneal atresia.
I'm not gonna try to pronounce it.
Corneal atresia is when you have blockage of the nasal passages.
Okay.
So when she was born, both nasal passages were blocked. So she had to be intubated. So once they opened it up, shout out to Dr. Harmon, she's amazing. They were able to put the feeding tube through it, but it was causing too much trauma because she'd already had so much trauma to her nose. So they put it in her mouth, but you know, when you start getting older, you start learning how to cough it out, and it wasn't staying in. So they went to a G tube, and she's been doing well with that.
I'm so glad.
She's been doing well.
Because we were looking at your post and we was rooting for baby Shiloh. We were praying for you, girl.
Man, let me tell you, I'm so appreciative and grateful for all the prayers that I've gotten, all the texts, phone calls, DMs.
Yeah.
You know, voice messages, like even just the comments.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like I wasn't by myself. And a lot of times when I was sitting by bedside in the ICU, I would just read through them, and I would just get so much strength from them. So
Really? That's
all that love and
amazing.
light just really, really did help me on some dark times.
I know, but that was such a risk to share.
Sometimes I'm guilty of oversharing. And the thing is, a lot of people on social media share the good, everything that's so great and glam, right? But everything is not great all the freaking time.
It's really
like,
not.
people have real issues out here, and we make it look cool, but it's not cool all the time. Everything ain't amazing all the time. There are real life issues going on every day, and I just wanted to really minister to the people that are having a hard time, that don't see the light, that don't feel like it's gonna ever end. They're in the storm, in the midst of it, and don't really feel like they have an out. I want them to know they're not alone, because I felt that way. And you know, if I'm going through this for a reason, because I mean, only God knows. I want it to be a way to just a testimony.
Yes, amen.
Yeah,
amen, because
for sure.
that's definitely a testimony.
For sure. So if I could help somebody along the way, then of course all of this wouldn't be in vain.
That is beautiful. Is your husband just as open as you are?
I mean, he's very low-key and laid back. So no, he's not even really hip to social media like that. He's on here and there, but not for real. I'm the one that's like, hey, by the way, my cycle came on yesterday and I've been bleeding heavy. It's like, damn, little lady. I didn't need to know that.
I'm guilty of that too, honestly.
Yeah,
People say that I'm politically correct, which I am sometimes, but I also like to have fun, and I do. When I
You're
get to
politically
talking,
correct.
Yeah, I know, right?
I am definitely not political. I don't think, I just kind of, sometimes I just say whatever I feel or whatever's going on, and sometimes I'm like, now why was I doing that ugly cry on Instagram? And then I'm like, you know what, that's what it was. That was what was in my heart, so whatever. Judge me if you want to. You're gonna judge me if I'm posting some cute Chanel bags.
Right.
But even that's not my thing. I'm like, ugh, but yeah.
Like all the flexing, so you don't do the flexing on the ground?
Have you ever seen me?
No.
My
Family.
biggest flex is my family, my husband and my girls.
I love that. No, your biggest flex is your career, too.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you.
Because you really, like, it's like, to me, it seemed like out of nowhere.
What, girl? No, I wish.
It seemed like you
And
just
so that's what's so crazy, because
blew up.
Even with, no, I've been doing what I've been doing for years, like
With
a
radio?
decade. Yes. Girl, back when I met my husband in 2014, I was doing overnights at V103. Overnight
really?
radio. Yes. I was working the graveyard shift, 12 midnight to 6 a.m. when the morning show came in.
Ooh.
Yeah, people don't know that.
you on the radio?
Yes, I was running my own boards, had my own night show. I was trained underneath Bubby Love. He was amazing. He still is. I love him. When I tell you, I've hosted some of the ugliest things and the weirdest things. I mean, I wanted it so bad. Like, back in the day, I would be like, somebody died. Y'all need somebody to do the
Girl, stop
procession.
playing.
You need somebody to, the repast.
Girl.
You want me to host the bar mitzvah? You want me to host the Christian and for the little baby? Every little thing I was in, I was there. And I just, pro bono, this one's on the house.
Right.
That's
All
how
of
you
them
get
was
your
on the house.
Yeah, all of them on the house. What are you talking about? We ain't paying you.
Right.
But that's how you get skilled and the practice. Just like with acting, you do some extras work You behind the scenes trying not to look at the camera. You're like, you're like, Mama, that was me.
Yeah.
Right? Did you see
me walk past?
Did you see me walk?
You
Yeah,
walk past
exactly.
Yeah.
But that gives you the practice. That gives you the experience to say, okay, I've sat there, I've studied these people. I know what I want to do. This is definitely it. And I was done cheering. I was at the Hawks.
You were a cheerleader for the
forever.
Hawks.
I did the Falcons.
That's crazy.
For 5 years, Hawks.
The
5
Falcons
years.
too?
Falcons. I was captain too.
Whoa, I did not know all this.
Yes,
Honey,
girl,
you gotta show me
I've
some
been in
stuff.
the game for a minute. I pretty much did every professional team in Atlanta. But I will say, I was with the Hawks, and I knew I went back to the team because I really wanted to do some in-game hosting, sideline reporting for them. There wasn't an opening, but I was like, one day, they're gonna need somebody, and I'm gonna be ready. Sure enough, the girl didn't make her flight. They were like, you know, like, we don't have a host tonight. I was like, put me in, coach. And it was over. I was ready, baby. And then I was the backup girl. And now I'm the main host for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a blessing. I enjoy it.
That is so amazing.
Yeah, being from Atlanta, it's perfect for me. I love sports. I love the team. I believe in that team. So, you know, it's like, it didn't even feel like work. It's really fun. And of course, me doing the Hawks, I knew Ryan Cameron because at the time, he was the announcer for the Hawks, you know, the person that calls the plays and stuff. And he was on the morning show at V103. And I would go in and sit with him on his show, like vying for a spot on his show. I never got it, but it was fine because I got married and I just continued to work on myself, my brand. And so it's like, when my time comes, I'm gonna be ready. And that's when I was doing nights. And I wanna say 2 years ago now, Tigger got the announcer job, and he was there, and after the game, we were all at the Delta Sky Club, just kind of talking, hanging out, and he tells all my friends, it was Candy, everybody was there, and he said, I got something to tell y'all. I got a big announcement. Everybody grab your glass. And I'm grabbing my glass, and he's like, how's Shamea for the morning show? I jumped in and said, yes, I'm on the Big Tigger Morning Show now.
Oh, my God.
And everybody's like, oh, my God. Everybody's toasting, cheers, singing. And I'm like, and he's like looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, no, I'm playing. They were like, we was excited. And so I think that birthed the idea. They say there's power in the tongue, and I am a firm believer in that. You can speak life and speak things into existence. Because when I spoke that, not even a week later, he's like, so are you interested? I'm like,
What?
y'all ain't gonna hire me, whatever. You know, I'm still thinking back 2014 that they ain't gonna hire me. I'm not thinking 2020. And he's like, no, we are interested. And I'm like, whatever. I still didn't take him serious. And it wasn't until our program director over there, Reggie Rouse, hit me and was like, yo, so Tig said you were interested in doing the mornings again. And I'm like, you know, and what else? And so, yeah, I sent all of my stuff in. I mean, I'll tell you, and I love, love, love working at B.
But I just don't understand, like, right? You have your kids, you have your husband.
Right.
You have, like, 4 jobs.
No, I really do.
A lot. How are you balancing all of that? Like, that is a lot of work. I know with, you know, baby Shiloh, you have to be really hands-on.
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. I wouldn't trade it for anything, though. I always tell people, like, I think my next career is I'm gonna be a nurse.
Really?
Because knowing, you know, with her diagnosis and with everything that she's got going on, I'm like, you ain't just gonna be throwing big words out there and not think I'm gonna research them.
I know that's
And I tell
right.
you, I look up everything. Like, I'm like, so versed on, you know, just the little things. And sometimes doctors and nurses speak so fast, you don't know what's going on. But what I do is I either voice memo it, record it, or I'm writing down, taking notes of everything they're saying. And then I go back and research it, and then I come back with all these questions. But it's really helped because, I mean, you have to be the advocate for your babies, you know. RHOA has the best doctors and nurses. I wouldn't have taken her any other place. I love all of them over there. They've been so amazing to my family and I. However, it's not their family, it's their job. So, that, you know, mothers have an immeasurable amount of love for their children.
Yes.
And it's our job to protect them and make sure that they're getting the best care possible, get second opinions. And that's just what we've been doing for my girl.
That's so amazing. But do you don't have any kind of help at home, like aside from the nurse?
No, I just haven't.
No.
Nope.
Girl.
You gonna help me? You gonna come help me out?
Girl, not me. Who? I need help, okay? I need help with my kids, girl. Look, shout out to my girl Alexis, because she be holding me down.
I might call a babysitter here, like I might call their grandma, my mom, who's phenomenal.
I wish my mom was here.
Yeah, my husband's mom passed away, so I never got to meet her,
sorry.
but I hear she was an amazing woman. But my mom, she steps up a lot, but her mom, which is my grandma, has dementia, and it's really bad. So she takes care of her, so her time is not, as she don't have as much time as she normally would. But when I do need a date night and when we need to be outside, we'll call her.
When y'all need to be outside.
Right.
What
We'll
y'all be
call her.
doing outside?
With my sisters. We like to go dine. We like a good concert, a good show. And then sometimes we go to the club. Like
Go
I'm
to the
hosting a club this week. So.
So I remember when you were, when like Shiloh was first born, you still had to work. And people
Right.
would see you still
Oh, they would judge me
out.
so harshly. They would be so mean.
Yes.
And I'm like, who's gonna pay these bills?
Girl, come on now.
I
we
mean-
know that husband.
Yeah,
Eh,
but I
he
have
ain't
to,
doing
but
too
see,
bad.
What people don't understand is you have to have a balance, right? With all things in your life. Being a mom, an entrepreneur, even just working a 9 to 5, there has to be some balance in your life. Because if there's no balance, things get out of whack. And what you don't want is to not be productive at anything because you're so off. And when I say that, when Shiloh first came home, first was born, she was in the NICU pretty much the first 6 months of her life. And those first
that's a long
2 months, definitely the first month, I was like, I'm not leaving this bedside, right? So what I didn't want to do is have the time run out, and I'm literally just sitting at the hospital. I haven't even been able to bond with her because she's attached to all these machines. And you can't really bond but so much because first of all, the NICU is not allowing you to spend a night in there. It's like cubicles. Like,
Oh,
you know how
really?
you have an office?
Yeah.
There are no beds. Like, people think it's like a real hospital. Like, I'll be right by my baby's side 24/7. Well, guess what, ma'am? They don't allow you to. Because as soon as you start to doze off, there's a nurse comes and taps you politely and says, hi, Miss Tae. Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Go home and get some rest because you're
Okay.
sleeping. You can't sleep in the NICU. Can't sleep in there and you can't eat in there.
Wow.
You have to step out to eat and you have to step out to sleep.
Wow.
And I have a toddler at home who's well aware of what's going on. And she's, since, her father and I are very much hands-on, she's not used to sitters, so she's like, Mommy, where are you?
And she old enough to call your phone.
And she hasn't met her sister yet. Nobody under the age of 4 can be in the NICU. So they were like, no, she's not allowed. It's just
Yeah.
like, okay. And actually it was 7, then they moved it down to 4. But no, I was at the hospital 24/7 to the point where I was having anxiety attacks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a really
I've
bad
experienced
place.
that.
And I wasn't a really great advocate for her. I was just kind of going with the motion of whatever and just overwhelmed and sleep deprived, and I wasn't eating. I was just, now I am. I wish I had that problem again. But
Girl, go ahead on.
damn, like, ugh. But
amazing.
I wasn't eating, and it took my boss to pull me aside and say, "Are you okay? Can you, take some time? I'm gonna give you some of my FMLA time."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
that's why I say I work with such great
sweet.
people. So I was like, I'm gonna just go back to work for a little bit. And what I realized was going back to doing something that you really love gives you energy and gives you just positive, like the positive flow that you need to go back. Because you can't be good for your child. I'm a firm believer in energy. Like, if I'm at the bedside crying and woe is me, my girl is like killing me. Like, but when I came back with that renewed strength, that energy, and leaving it in God's hands to really take care of it, she was like, I felt like she fought better. She was, she felt it almost.
Yeah, she felt your energy.
Yeah, she felt my energy, and I
Yeah.
wasn't falling asleep by her bedside. I was singing to her. Like, it's so crazy because when you're NICU, with my firstborn, she was so healthy, I took for granted the little things like her even just crying. So like it was at least a month before I even heard Shiloh cry for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so she cried, I cried. I was like, oh my God, keep crying. It's the weirdest thing
That's
ever.
so sweet.
Yeah, so you just take things for granted in life sometimes, and
Yeah.
then things like this happen that just kind of shake up your whole world. And then you really, really know, like, okay, so that's why I said this is my biggest flex.
Right, your family.
And then it's the ability to pull strength, because I didn't, if you had asked me, I just couldn't. People say, how you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I think when you're in the middle of the storm or when you're in the midst of it, you can't really see. You just kind of want to get through it. Just want to make it another day. You want them to make it another day. You're not even thinking about a week from now, because then you start having panic attacks or anxiety, or you feel overwhelmed. But it's like, if I could just get to tomorrow, I'm gonna be okay. We'll be all right. And that's, I mean.
And you took it one day at a time.
One day at a time, seriously.
So how were you handling the criticism about being out or working? Because a lot of your work looks like it's out, right? So
Yeah,
people
oh
would
yeah,
be
so
like,
they go, she's partying, she's turning up.
She partying, she's not even at the hospital with her baby. Like, they wanted you to be with your baby 24/7.
For sure. Yeah, none of those people, as much as I love them, I've never had anybody walk up to me in person and be like, you should have been out. They're all like, you're my favorite. I love you so much. They're not negative. And there's always gonna be those few that are just miserable, telling you how to parent and care for your healthy or sick child. And they're not even caring for their own damn child, you know, or they don't even. Moms are superheroes.
We are.
And
can you say it again? Say it for
moms
the
are
people in the back.
superheroes.
Moms are superheroes.
We wear so many hats.
We do.
And while you're thinking I should sit by the bedside the whole time, I have a 4-year-old that is missing me and struggling in school. And at least this one doesn't have a clue. She's like, okay, girl, like, I don't know if you're here by my bedside or not. This 4-year-old does.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't pick me up from school. Daddy did, but you're supposed to pick me up and he's supposed to drop me off. Oh yeah,
my
she's very,
goodness.
very, so, you know, I found myself like, you know what, I gotta figure out a way to balance this.
Yes.
It got to the point where I was doing, when she got moved to PICU and they increased the age, because PICU is when you get discharged, so they say you've been exposed to outside germs. They bring you back in, now you go to PICU, still ICU, but it's like, you know, another level. NICU is like nobody from the outside.
Okay.
So PICU, I would bring my daughter in, I'd bring Shia in the evenings after she get out of school, and we would hang out at the hospital, and I would give her showers in the hospital room, and like, you know, put her pajamas on, and then her and her dad would go home, and I would sleep at the hospital.
That's
With
a
Shia.
lot.
I would get up at like around 4:30, and it was a cycle, a repeat.
It's okay.
So,
Yeah, I get
you know, a lot of times, you know, I think God gives you strength, you know, to just to live another day, to fight for your baby. You know, it's not easy. So when Candy would text me or Portia or whoever would be like, let's go grab a drink, I needed that, you know?
Man.
Just that time, just for myself. Because you spread yourself if you're not at work, then you with your 4-year-old, you're with your newborn. And even today, even like for example, a day for me, grab Shiloh, took her to her speech appointment. She has like at least 5 or 6 appointments a week that people don't know about. Wow. And I have to take them on speech. She has speech, she has OT, she has PT, physical therapy. She sees a GI specialist for the G-tube. She's got so much going on, and there's so much, you know, to help her progress. Thank you. So you just wanna, and I'm hands-on, so I don't wanna leave it for someone else to give me the report on what they said. I'm there to do it myself, so I'm like, well, what do I need to do? Or I'm sitting down, I'm, you know, trying to figure out what exercises. So anyway, we finished with all of her appointments. Then I rush over to the school to pick Shia up.
Wow.
And take her to her extracurricular activities. And I'll leave Shiloh back at the house with the nurse for those hours. And then, you know, get her a bath and get them both squared away. Now my husband's on duty while I'm here hanging out with you.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
and this is fun for me. And this is my outlet. And then if I post this and say I'm out with Tae, they didn't see that all the other things I did during the day. They only see this because, like I said, social media, who wants to keep posting sad stuff?
Right.
You know, nobody. But the reality is, we're just judgmental, just period. And you just don't know what people are going through. Like, this journey has just made me be so empathetic, sympathetic to just people and what people might be going through that we don't see.
Wow.
Like, even down to couples that have been married for a while and me asking them, but y'all don't want kids? Y'all don't want, you know, y'all ain't gonna have babies. Maybe they've been trying. You know, maybe they haven't been so lucky. I know I tried for 4 years while people were judging and saying, oh, you got a cereal because you didn't want to mess up her body. Girl, what body? Who cares about our body? I've done 7 rounds of IVF and was unsuccessful. But people won't know that. They think, oh, because you're Hollywood and you're rich, you just want to pay people to have your baby. If I got pregnant tomorrow, you think I'm gonna have it for sure.
Yeah.
That's the goal ultimately. But I do know that I'm, you know, a little bit more of a seasoned woman. So being able to carry a baby sometimes, and then I had to struggle with when I had Shamea, I had a C-section and I almost bled out. But you don't know that stuff because we don't talk about that stuff. So all you see is a person that's just, you know, successful, and she's just doing it out of for vain reasons. And it's like, no, it's not for vanity. This is just what it is.
I'm so glad that you shared that, and I commend you, girl. Because honestly, it's hard enough with children as a mother. My children don't have anything, you know, as far as health-wise going on, but it's hard.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Day to day. So I cannot imagine.
Oh God, my husband's amazing. I couldn't do it without him.
Yeah.
I could not do it without him.
I really commend you for that, Shamea.
Thank you,
and I'm just so glad that, you know, things are getting better now. And like, how are you feeling now that you kind of got over that, you know?
And you know, it's not, I'm still kind of in it. Like we have appointments in Boston because they have one of the best children's hospitals and the best aerodigestive clinics. And so, because there's like a 2-year wait or something crazy they said, just to even get an appointment. So we're blessed enough to even get bumped up on the list. But it's little stuff like that that people don't know that you deal with. And you want your babies to reach their milestones, you know? You want them to be as healthy as they can be. So you go overboard with, you know, all of their therapy, all the therapy that's gonna be needed for her to be, you know, functional and you know, productive and to be able to grow and live the best that she can. All that stuff takes time. And, but God assigned me, and I'm up for it. I'm here for it.
And we are rooting for you, and you are really showing us how to kick ass as moms.
Thank you so
for
much.
Real.
Listen, like I said, it's all about balancing things out as best as you can, and not worry about what people say. Candy gave me the best advice ever. She said, because when I first kind of got on TV and was kind of in the spotlight a little bit more, I would be so into what people said about me and what they thought. They would make comments, the meanest things.
They do.
And when I would read the
them, and
comments, and I would be like, oh my God, it would hurt my feelings. And even to kids, they would just say the meanest things. And I would call Kenny and be like, oh my God, somebody said this. She's like, first of all, I'm gonna need you to stop reading all these comments. As soon as you see this stuff, delete and block. And when I tell you delete and block has been my best friend.
Delete and block.
I don't even delete block.
Delete and block. Don't even give it any
Sometimes
energy.
I'm even so cool with it now. Sometimes I'll pin that comment and I'll let them roast the person. Because you know,
I like that one.
When I tell you I got some fighters, some warriors on my page,
I
they're
love
just
that.
like, when I say best friends, they are my best friends.
I love that.
They don't even know me, haven't met me, but they understand, right? And they fight for me. Because sometimes I didn't have the energy to fight for myself, and they would. They would fight for me, and it would be like, yo, you're tripping, da, 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 and would cuss them out.
What is driving you? Because honestly, we all know, like, you're married to a wealthy man. And we see you doing all these jobs, like, you have to.
Yeah, but I think I've just come from a family of hardworking women and hustlers. My sister owns a daycare. My older sister's a radiologist. My mom owned daycares for my whole life since, what, the 80s? I mean, 80, actually. I was born in 82. Tell my age. But my mom has had child care centers throughout Metro Atlanta, like at least 5 or 6 for my whole life. And she was very successful at them. And even my dad, like I just come from a very hardworking family, a family of hustlers. And even if I was a billionaire today, I would still get up and go to work. I just can't sit
Even if you was a billionaire today, you could just sit on your yacht on your private island.
But no, I honestly don't measure my success by my husband's. That's his success. He worked that hard for that. I mean,
say it again.
It's a blessing that I can share in some of that. But ultimately, I need my girls to know that you can do it by yourself if you need to.
Wow.
You know, I do appreciate the luxury of being able to have that level of comfortability if I don't want to, I don't have to. But for as long as I enjoy what I do, I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
It doesn't feel like work.
First of all, I'm talking about in Atlanta, that's the mission, okay? They out here trying to land somebody with a check.
No.
Or some type of...
Because also what you don't want to be is complacent either. Because, I mean, yeah, that's my husband. I mean, he's a great man, but who wants somebody to just lay around on their ass? No ambition, no
some
drive.
people.
You don't want to do nothing. You don't even want to bake cookies and sell them out the trunk. You don't want to, you know.
Baking cookies and sell them out the trunk.
You don't want to do nothing. You have
some brownies.
No, like, cause what are you adding to society? Like, what is your legacy? What are you leaving behind?
So you never been that girl?
I've never been that girl. I would be bored out of my mind.
Wow.
I've never been that girl. I've always been a hard worker. Not a 9-to-5 worker, but I've always been, like I told you.
Yeah, I feel like most of the women in your friend group and in your circle, y'all are
I host a
hardworking
kickball
women.
tournament.
What?
You know, before I sit at the house, I'm like, I have to. I'll be bored out of my mind.
Well, I think that's amazing because I think that today in music and in everything else, everybody promotes, you know, rich baby daddies and, you know, doing what it takes to get you a baller or whatever.
Yeah.
And look at you over here working your ass off. And you can be comfortable at home. I really commend you for that.
It's like I'm just nowhere near. I haven't scratched the surface of where I want to be. Ultimately, I want to have my own talk show.
Wow.
You know, I want EGOT status. Like,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know you want an EGOT status.
Yeah, you know, I started my career out singing. People don't know that.
my
I was a singer.
goodness.
That's how I met Candy back in the day. She don't even remember. But I've been, like, signed to Universal Records back in the day. Like,
What?
Yeah, girl. I've been in the industry since I was 15.
What? So what were you doing in music? You were signed as an
Singer.
artist?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
How-
I've been in music groups with some of the people that you know.
Okay, names
And,
who?
Okay, well, Carrie Hilson.
What?
I was in a music group with her.
Wow.
I was in a group with Shamari. She was on Housewives and
Yeah, I remember
she was
Shamari.
in Black.
Yeah.
I was in a music group with her. I was also in a group called Co-Ed.
Co-ed, I
they
know
had a song
Co-ed.
called
Roll with me. Ooh, girl, that's my
That
jam.
I've been in the game for a while, so people are like, overnight? I'm like, overnight what?
Girl, wow. Dang, you've been around. Yeah, that's what's up. So it's definitely not an overnight thing.
So, and I'm still not where I'm supposed to be, I feel like. But God's time is not our time.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's all in
really
His
not.
plan
It's
and
all
His divine
in His
order.
divine
So
timing,
you have to just
honey.
trust the process. What I've learned in my life and in my career is you don't force things. Because sometimes you forcing something that God ain't really got for you. It ain't for it. It ain't
That
in His
is
order.
so
and then you're gonna get in it
true.
and you're gonna be miserable. Just like that man that you were begging to be with. You didn't know he was abusive, and then you got with him, and then he wasn't right for you. You forced it. But if you just let things happen naturally, it's not. It's what's for you is for you.
What's for you is for you. Right.
So-
So I want to hear some of your vocals, girl. I didn't know you could
Well, you
sing.
wanna see how I sound?
Yeah, I want to see how you sound. What you got? You need some
I'm
water or
raspy.
something? You need
I
some
mean,
little
I'm
tea?
not even one to make excuses, but I
mean-
am a little raspy. I'll try. Let me think. Who has a raspy voice?
Who kind of raspy?
I'm getting tired of you. You ain't ever buy me nothing.
Oh,
You know, but every time you come around, you got to bring Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone.
ooh, I love it.
So matter of fact, I think you need to call Shamea.
Hey, I love that girl. Oh my God, we are having too much fun.
Bars.
We having a good glam time, friend. Okay, so you been in this
Good glam
thing.
time.
Let the people know, like, people need to put some respect on your name.
You know what? I don't even care if they don't. I feel good. God is good. Life is great.
That's amazing.
I think when you happy in your soul and you happy in your heart, you don't really care about the rest of it. The rest of it is just the icing on the cake. But this is like I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm in a good space.
So what would you say to that girl that's getting a lot of no's, that's experiencing a lot of rejection and detours on her path?
Use it as motivation. I still get no's
Really?
all the time.
Really?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle. So what would you advise them to do?
Take that no and turn it into a yeah. Don't give up. And die trying. You know, 'cause
Right.
somebody's gonna give you a yes at some point. Every damn body can't say no.
Oh, tell me though, What was your last no?
I mean, there are oftentimes I read for parts in movies or TV shows, and them no's roll off my back so quick and easy. I used to
Girl,
be
I'm
so
experiencing
excited.
that too. You know, I just got my little acting career on.
Yeah, no,
career.
you just take it and you say, not right now, it's not the time, but your time's coming and
Right.
it's okay.
So you mentioned having an EGOT. That, you know that's what Candy wants, right?
Oh man, everybody gonna get it.
Everybody
We
gonna
gonna all
get
get it.
Yeah, I love that. So with the EGOT, I know that's Emmy, Grammy,
Oscar and Tony.
Oscar, and Tony. So that's for acting, singing.
And I'm cool if I just got the ego. Without the T. or
I love that.
if I just got the egg.
Look, you leave out the T. Leave out the T. I'll take the ego. I love
You
that.
know, I just take whatever I can get, I'll take it.
I
you
love
know?
that. So are you doing any acting? You got any acting gigs coming up that we need to know about?
I just did the pass with Candy
Oh,
and
you did that with me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You me. Hello, plug our
Yes.
stuff, girl.
We were in kind of the same
we
scene.
did. We were. I was a stripper. I do that really well.
Oh yeah, girl, because you was
Some would
getting
think
it.
that I've done that for a living. I mean,
Cause turn around now, cause hey, okay now.
I got a little move or two.
You got a couple moves.
Go to the same one.
Wow.
But nah, that was fun doing that with you. You did really well.
Thank you. So
you
did you,
really
friend.
well. I didn't even know you had all those hidden talents.
Oh, you
You're
know
talking
what?
about me, you.
Girl, I'm just now like getting my feet wet, but my story is very similar to yours. Like it's been so many years that I have been actively pursuing a career in acting because that's why I moved here. But yeah, I just like, okay, well, what else can I do that I love, that I'm creative? You know, it's
you
just
can
like,
do it all. And that's what I think people try to put you in a box. Like, oh, you got to master one thing or you got to do one thing.
And that's what I heard my
and
entire
it's
life.
like, no, you don't.
It's been a long journey, and some people give up, but you know, you just got to keep on going.
I think, honestly, this is the time for you to actually get your content. And then when you, boom, hitting them, back to back. You got stuff for days because you've been rehearsing, you've been practicing, you've been honing in on your craft the entire time or all during that downtime. Or even if it's just practicing, taking classes somewhere. If you want to be an actor, actress, do an improv at some studio. Continue to get better at your, your craft so that when your number is called, you're ready. That's a lot of times too. People say, how do you get the opportunity? A lot of times you've gotten the opportunity, but you weren't prepared. You have to be prepared. You're gonna pray for things that you're not prepared for. Or even the man, you're praying for this special type of man, but you haven't even worked on yourself. You're still carrying all this baggage from your ex. Like, go sit on somebody's couch and talk about it.
I love the couches because I be sitting right there talking about everything.
We need the couch, girl. What?
We need a couch.
My best friend Carla's my couch. She's a doctor and psychiatrist or whatever. And I was like, I knew her before she was Dr. Carla Moore. And when I tell you, like, we all need that person that you can kind of call and vent and not have judgment. But no, I tell you, just nobody can keep you from excelling to the levels that you really want to be on. Like, COVID couldn't even keep us down. So
No, it really
COVID can't
didn't.
keep you down.
Right, because so many great things were birthed from COVID. We had some great shows. We had like
Yes.
verses.
What?
We had so much
Yes.
stuff that happened while
I got
we
a
were-
job at V.
during that time. That's lit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right after, everything kind of started opening back up, outside opened back up. That's when I got my job, so.
Like, how is it with you, since you had this long history of music and you've been in the game, seeing these artists pop off just from having a lot of social media followers or going viral a couple times? Like,
You
how
know
does that
what?
make you feel?
I can't be a hater. I can't hate on them. I'm excited for them. I'm proud of them. They found
real,
their niche.
Shamea, I'm asking real.
I'm telling you.
You don't never feel no kind of way.
No, because even back, you got to think about it. Even back in the day, when American Idol came, people were like, "Oh my God, they just popped off overnight." Like, and you've been in the studio for how many years now, and you still ain't popped? It's their time. This is their season. This is what God had for them. Who am I to hate on it? My time ain't here yet. Mine's coming. But times have changed. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to wait on a label to sign you. You can release your stuff tomorrow.
That's so
right
true.
on your Instagram or your OnlyFans or whatever else you're trying to do. You just got to do it. A lot of times we procrastinate and we say we want to do things and we don't really want to put the work in. But these people put the work in and they went viral and they did their thing. But what you got to work on is, as quick as you rose to the top and to fame, you got to work on staying there. And a lot of times these artists are in and out. They have a hit and then we don't hear from them again. But then you do have a few that are very great and get some longevity in their careers, I applaud them. What I will say is, a lot of times, the music isn't timeless.
It's not
And it
timeless.
ages as quick as they grows.
It's too trendy.
And then also, sometimes they're not ready. Like, I say ready as in, like, everybody's on social media, right? And you can edit out what you want, and you can have this facade of what you're trying to sell us, right? But with live interviews, that's like doing a live stage play.
That's when it comes out.
That's when it comes out. And back in my day, we had to undergo extreme artist development. Like
Yeah, we were talking about
Marvelous
that.
Marvin, McIntyre, baby. I had to go to boot camp, okay? You had to learn how to sing on your back after running a marathon and not sound breathy and tired. And you really had to practice interviews, how to divert good questions or how to, like they had us ready. You don't do that anymore. They don't do that. So a lot of times you have to be a good interviewer to pull questions out of these artists because you're like, so, what was the inspiration behind this new album? You know what I'm saying, Jay?
I just
Jay
woke
got
up
to
one
it.
day.
And you're like, okay, you know what? Tell me this. If you could work with any artist, who would it be? I mean, I know art with some good people already.
You be getting them
like-
kind of response. Are we gonna see you on Housewives this upcoming season?
I love to go hang out with the girls.
Let her go hang out with the girls. So how did y'all become best friends, you and Portia?
Through our parents. Our parents were friends when we were young.
Wow,
And take family trips and we just kind of grew up together.
that's
And then we went our separate ways. I went to college and she did her thing. And then we just kind of re-linked. And it was like,
wow. And y'all just been connected ever since. So y'all kids friends, y'all do play dates and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
I love that.
My kids go to the same school. And,
That's awesome. So did you hook her up with her husband?
girl, what?
Yes, people want to know.
You gotta ask her that.
Oh, we on Beauty Talk with Tae. You gotta spill the tea.
I spilled a lot of tea today.
You spilled a lot of tea, but you can spill some more.
That's her tea.
That's her
So-
tea, so you ain't spilling.
I'm
Okay.
a
I
best
hear you.
friend girl.
You a best friend,
So-
girl.
I think Portia and I have had our most memorable moments off camera. Like just having daughters around the same age, going through pregnancy together.
Wow.
We showed a little bit of that on camera, but I really enjoy our time off camera.
So do you feel like that show gave you guys a platform to get like where you are, like what you wanted out of life?
I think that Real Housewives of Atlanta definitely affords people a platform to just propel and elevate their careers. Absolutely. And it's a blessing to be on that type of show because their audience is massive.
It is.
Like the viewers, just the ratings are really great. So it gives you a chance to market yourself, your products, whatever it is that you're doing. So absolutely, for sure.
So have you faced any backlash or criticism being on the show?
I jump in, have a little fun, turn up a little bit, twerk a little bit, and I'm out of there.
Twerk a little bit and you heading on home.
I haven't had much drama.
Well, that's good. Well, you kind of did a little bit.
What, girl? Remind me, child.
Because you're friends with Candy, and when her and Portia weren't getting along, they had to put you in a weird position.
Oh, for sure. But I'm a pretty good mediator.
Yeah.
And I love them both, and I wanted them to be friends again. So for me, it was just about trying to find a common place for both of them.
And it
You know,
worked.
playing on both of them. Oh, Portia said she miss you. Can't say she miss you. And neither one of them ain't said nothing about the other one.
Oh my
But,
God, you up here making up stories to get them to be friends again.
Figure it out, and
That's so
'cause
cute.
we only live once,
That's true.
And they're both good people.
They are.
Just misunderstandings.
Like
and
having both of them
life
in the
happens,
room
yeah.
is just a good, fun time. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I agree. 1,000%.
So I had to fabricate and finesse.
Fabricate and finesse, but you got them back together.
I did.
That must have been hard for you, like during the time that you
Oh,
weren't
for
together.
sure, man.
Did you have to pick and choose?
No, I would never do that.
I'm saying like events, if they both had something on the same day.
No, I would just split the time.
You a good friend. That's why you call
both.
yourself best friend. Because you're a good friend.
We all need a best friend, right?
We do. We absolutely do. And I don't have a best friend. So
I'm
I
your
do.
best friend. What do you mean?
I have one best friend. But yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
that big circle of girlfriends and support that I would really say that,
Well,
you
you
know,
know
I
what?
see
I'm here for you.
on the
So if you
Instagram
ever
commercials.
need to vent or want to vibe,
Okay, now when I
then
call
you
you,
just
don't
call
be
me.
acting brand
No.
new.
Listen, you
'cause
call
I'm
me and look
calling
where I'm at today.
You did show up.
Exactly.
And I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you did.
Yes, I
Even though you
did.
rushing me to get this damn makeup on. Girl.
Oh, I done missed the whole birthday party for you.
You did not miss the birthday party. It is still going on.
It ends at 10.
Are you serious?
It's 9:02.
Oh.
So that's how much I love you.
Well, I love you too, girl. And you still
And a
cute.
booking, actually.
And wait, really? But you cute, so you
Because
can
you
pull
know
up. You
what?
know they doing something after?
I had a good glam time.
You had a good glam time, and that's what I love to hear. That's what I love to see.
And I'm getting a good glam beat.
You getting a good glam beat, honey. We getting it together. Hi, pretty girl.
Shy, this Miss Tae.
Hi. She said
Are you
yes.
being sweet? Are you taking care of Shiloh? She said she passed gas. She thinks Shia. Yeah, okay. All right, love you. Okay.
So sweet.
You're hilarious.
She said.
Her kids say anything.
They
Let me
do.
tell you one of them. I'm gonna give you an embarrassing moment. I'm gonna give you some Tia.
Some Tia. Give me some Tia, yeah.
So, babies don't give you personal time. They just, they bombard you. You're in the bathroom, they coming in there.
Yeah.
You lock the door, they bam on the door screaming like somebody's trying to murder them outside the door.
Uh-huh.
So Shia busts in the bathroom door. Mommy, and she's like, oh my God, what is that? You're bleeding. I said, that's just Halloween pee.
Girl, I
couldn't-
cannot.
Right?
Halloween pee.
So she says, we get to the airport. She says loud, Mommy, do you still have Halloween pee? No, Shia.
Oh
So
my
you're not
God.
bleeding anymore? I'm like, no, everyone, I'm no longer on my period. And of course, the moms in the bathroom just bust out laughing because they understand.
Oh my
But it's
God.
like, damn, can I get a little bit of privacy?
Yeah, girl. My baby be like, oh, you wearing your diaper? I'm like, okay, yeah. All right, mind your business. Worry about what you got going on, okay?
Yeah.
Girl,
Oh, yeah, my girl called me. She's like, what is that thing? Is it, do you have a diaper, Mommy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah.
I just say yes.
Yeah, you just say yeah.
And it seems like your husband is so hands-on.
Oh, well, he's amazing. He is a great dad, like father of the freaking decade, century, whatever.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't have done this with anybody else. Like, he is really a great partner.
So, y'all gonna be out and you're gonna be being cute tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Getting real
Yeah.
cute, getting real sassy.
You done got me all the way together,
Got
girl.
you all the way together, girl. Don't look at me, girl. Hold on. Don't give me the eyes, honey. She looked up after that lash and she was like, okay, trying to entice
all
somebody.
these angles, okay?
Trying to entice somebody, honey.
Hey, best friends.
I wasn't ready, girl. I was not ready.
I talk different when I look beautiful.
Oh, you talk
When
different.
my makeup is doing glams up, I talk different.
I cannot.
Absolutely.
Okay, where's slam moment go?
You gotta understand, back in the day, I would be like the token black girl or like the darkest girl on the team, and they would have, non-melanated makeup artists would come in and my face would look ashy. And I would end up looking more like Flavor Flav than myself.
Girl.
Yeah, but it was some struggling times. Like, I was like, so much so to where my coaches would even go back and be like, go wash your face. Go wash your face.
So you would have to be the only girl without makeup?
And no, I would just do my own.
Oh, okay.
You had to learn how to beat your own face
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
for moments like that, and that's what I would do.
Now, can you still beat your face today?
I mean, that ain't no Tae beat, but,
Thank you. How important is that, do you think, now? Like,
Oh, it's extremely important because makeup can make or break you. And I say that literally and figuratively because you can feel so unattractive and it affects your work. It affects how you come across on screen. You can come across not confident because you aren't confident because you feel like you look crazy. You feel like you look casket ready. And if you don't look like yourself, you can't be yourself. You can't feel like yourself, even with reality or scripted or non-scripted, whatever. You have to feel it. You have to feel good about the image that's being shown on TV or off. Even at a Hawks game, if I look crazy and I look stressed out, I'm gonna probably feel like stressed out. So, yeah, like, especially as Black women of color,
yeah.
like,
I know, like, back in the day.
it's important for us.
Yeah.
And, we have different shades of brown
Get
and
into this
melanin, and a lot of times people can't match it. So I end up looking like somebody else's head on my body because this is like completely light skin and this is dark skin.
That just sucks.
Or this is like really dark with blue undertones. And I'm like, who is even blue in the world? You know?
Right.
Just matching people's colors. So you look gray. You know, a lot of times they make chocolate women look gray. And we were already known as less desirable for TV and films back in the day.
Was that hard for you in your career?
Oh, absolutely.
You struggled with
absolutely. And there were a lot of, not me, but they struggled with it to accept it. And a lot of times it's people like Tika Sumpter and you know,
she
those
is so
people
beautiful.
that really changed the game for dark-skinned women on TV. And every time I see a really dark woman on TV, I'm like, yes,
yes.
perfect. Viola Davis, I'm like, you better,
Yes,
beautiful
she
queen,
killed
black,
it.
you know.
Yes. Lupita.
Gabrielle, Sidibe. I can never pronounce the last name. Those women are beautiful and chocolate, and I love the fact representation matters.
Gorgeous.
Even down to my daughter seeing The Little Mermaid and seeing, you know, Halle
my
Berry.
gosh.
That's amazing to me.
Isn't that a moment for us?
Yeah.
I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, we're changing the game and
Changing the game.
change the way that people view
We had a black
beauty.
Barbie.
'Cause
Issa
honestly,
Rae was
Issa
Barbie.
Rae. Issa Rae, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that people viewed beauty was like, if you could be mixed, you could be, you know, other,
Fair.
but like really dark. Who wants to make that the sexy person on TV or the you know, it just wasn't deemed beautiful to them. And now it is, and it's like, okay, there we go.
And now it is.
Like Black Panther, baby, all that beautiful
Oh,
melanin.
yes.
I mean,
So we got you beat, honey. We gonna pop your gloss one.
got my gloss on so I
We got
can
a
go.
good glad time. We know you gotta go be cute and go twerk somewhere.
Go twerk something, then go twerking for real where it counts the most with my husband.
Oh, twerking in that bed
put a baby in it.
honey. I gotta put them babies to bed
Put
tonight.
a baby in it.
Okay, now put a baby in it.
Live in it. Enjoy it. It's for you.
Oh, I cannot. You are crazy. How does your husband deal with your humor? Because y'all seem like y'all the complete opposite.
Sometimes he gets it most of the time, but sometimes it goes over his head and I just laugh. Makes it more funny to me because it's like he has no clue what he's saying. Like,
That's hilarious.
and then later, like if we go on to comedy shows and he's like, everybody's laughing, he's looking like, what the hell is going on? And then after the fact, I'm like, you know, he said this, you know, how you break the joke all the way down to where now it's not even funny to you.
Right.
And then he's like, oh. I'm like, okay, baby.
Well, yeah, so, honey, you are all ready to go. Honey, you real cute. We gonna spray this face. Hold on, because we want it to last. We gonna make it last.
Make it last.
Yes. Okay, so you ready for this? All right, here we go. And coming at you.
I gotcha. This makeup is for free because she just burned my face.
Oh, girl.
No,
Go
like-
ahead on somewhere. You know my feet hurt. Don't be playing with me like that.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
I can't take you. I can't take you nowhere. You ain't coming back, okay? We ain't having you back. All right. Let's get just right. Now, I'm gonna get you for that. I'm gonna get you real good. No, I'm just playing. We're gonna make it stay, make it beautiful. All right, so we got a game that we play for all our guests. I know you're in a
Okay.
hurry and you cute and whatever.
Yes.
But we're gonna play this game. I need you to pull a question. And if you don't wanna answer, you gotta take a shot.
Okay.
Which I think you wanna take a shot anyway.
The craziest thing that I've done for money.
Ooh, that's a good question.
No, I'm saying. Lollipops. See? Get your head out of the gutter. When I was in college, I joined a clinical trial for some birth control. That shit had me
that
messed
so
all the way up. Maybe that's why I ain't been so successful with pregnancy. Oh my God, what if I got a lawsuit? Let me find out.
I cannot.
Yeah,
with this revelation
I
happening
ain't
right
have
here
a
in this
period for
moment.
forever. And I feel like they didn't pay me a lot. I feel like I got like my gas money, maybe $50 a time, every pack of pills.
Wow.
Wet me
And
down.
She is ready to twerk somewhere.
Hands on your knees.
Shake that for a drink. Hey,
No, shake that for Gerald. Oh.
Okay, Gerald getting it. Gerald getting this body.
Now you gotta turn my chair around again, girl.
Girl, you a host, honey. I'ma have you just go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, honey.
Hey, best friends. I'm your girl, Shamea Morton, and it's time for Beauty Talk with Tae. We finna have a good glam time, baby. Let's go!
Let's do this. show, Beauty Talk with Tae Boo. We know you got somewhere to go. You a busy woman.
Thank you so much for having me.